So I have a Pentax 645 here. It sounds a little bit rough. So I'm going to open up the unit to see if it needs to be cleaned and lubricated. So today I'm going to show you how to open up the camera. For this, I'd recommend having a J000 Phillips bit, a pair of tweezers, ideally sharp, and then also some place to put the parts. And you may also benefit by having some alcohol. In this case, I have 99% isopropyl alcohol and some cleaning pads. So let's get started. So if your battery grip is attached to the camera, you can unscrew this guy right here, and then it'll spring up. And then you can just press this and pull up to remove the battery grip. And in this case, we have a leatherette on this plate, a leatherette on this plate. So what we're going to do is remove each leatherette and then proceed with removing the screws to access the mechanics on either side of the body. To start, take your tweezers. I find it's easier to start where there's a little bit of a groove here. And what you can do is you can gently pry underneath the leatherette and start to peel up. And then repeat for the top. Once you have the leatherette peeled up, you can just gently peel it back and go slow. And depending on the condition of the adhesive, this might be an easier or more difficult situation. But generally, if this is coming from a good condition, it should have still have a sticky adhesive. And this is what it looks like. And now we're going to remove the leatherette on the other side. So just like the other side, we're going to find that groove. We're going to peel it back. Repeat on the other side here. And then we're going to lift up and very gently peel it off. You may need to press the shutter button over here and kind of, this is the aperture button. You might need to press the aperture button to try to remove it. But with some wiggling back and forth, you should be able to remove the leatherette. So here's the other leatherette. Again, a little bit sticky, so we're gonna stick that to the side. Okay, the process for removing these metal covers is very simple. There are 6 screws here, 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 and here. So we're going to remove them one by one. The key here is that these 2 screws are the same length, and these 4 screws are the same length. So it's good to keep track if you're looking to reassemble this. So let's proceed with removing each screw. These are being a little bit more tricky to get out, so I'm just going to lift them out with the tweezers. Okay, now all screws are removed. These 2 screws on the left-hand side do not need to be removed because those are holding the bottom and top cover in place, but we'll look at removing those in another video. Okay, so I've got all the screws removed, and this plate should easily be removed. The thing you need to be careful about is the PC sync port is soldered onto the bottom. So when you pull this up, you'll notice that there's 1 wire attached. Well, there should be. Okay, here we go. So here's the wire that is attached, so we'll just want to be careful. Ideally, there's a soldering iron, so you can remove that solder joint, or you can cut the wire. It's really up to you. But generally speaking, in order to reattach the plate with this wire, you will need a soldering iron to do that. Okay, so now that cover is loose. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on there just to kind of keep it in place so it doesn't flap around when I remove the other side. Okay, let's proceed with removing the other side. Okay, so similar to the left-hand side, the right-hand side also has 6 screws. Similar condition where these 2 screws are longer than 1, 2, 3, and the 4th screw is right behind the aperture lever. Okay, so let's proceed to remove the screws. And let's get that last screw behind the aperture lever. There we are. We've got both the left and right hand side panel screws removed. There is no wire attached to this one, so this is quite easy just to lift up and remove. Okay, there we go. All right, now that the cover is removed, let's flip over to the other side. Now, again, I did say it is best to desolder this, but I don't have my soldering iron set up here, so I am just going to try to gently cut the wire at the solder joint. And I can cut that off and resolder it later. Okay, so now that I've got the camera removed, it is still possible to actuate the camera without the covers removed. So you can just reattach your battery grip and then actuate. So there is some noise. Very interestingly. So it does sound like there is some of a bit of a whine coming from here, so you probably need to lubricate that. Okay, overall the camera looks to be in good condition. Now I just need to continue to inspect it and see how I can make it a better sounding camera. Your camera might have this manual rewind knob. So if it does, this is a super helpful tool. If your mirror is stuck or your shutter is stuck and it's not moving with power, you can attach it to this guy over here, and you can screw it back in so it's secure. And this can act as a manual shutter release and wind. So if your shutter is cocked and you want to actuate the shutter, you can turn to the left, and then turning it to the right will wind the shutter. So let's give it a shot. All right, turning it to the left. You heard that the shutter went off. In this case, the mirror is up. And if I just turn it the other direction to wind the camera, you'll see the mirror come down. And then eventually you'll hear a click. Now the shutter is cocked. And to release again, you can turn to the left. This is super helpful to unstick a camera if the shutter is stuck. And it's a pretty critical tool to help debug issues with these cameras. Okay, so in another video, I will show you how to remove the bottom cover as well as the top cover.